Welcome to the Young Adults podcast, also known as YAP, a space where we explore faith, real life experiences, and the seasons we go through as young adults. This platform is a space where we unravel the real, sometimes challenging, and often beautiful parts of life and faith. I'm your host, Faithlin, and I'm joined by someone whose story and heart reflects the idea of a journey, Josh Bailey. Josh was mentored by the leader of Yam Kirsch, served as a youth leader, and has always been known for his love for people, his gentle and giving nature, and his desire to see others succeed. He's passionate about ministry, personal growth, and living out purpose in every season of life. Welcome, Josh. It's great to have you with us today.
Thank you, Faith. It's a pleasure to be here.
So, Josh, before we get into the deeper parts of today's conversation, let's get to know you a bit more. Where are you from, and how would you describe the journey that's brought you here today?
Yes, so I am from Port Elizabeth, now called Gqeberha. Grew up in Calvindale, the hills. And born and bred Port Elizabeth. I went to Alpha for 1 year, Moorgrove Primary School, Alex High in high school. I studied at NMMU, and then the wind blew me to Johannesburg. Been there for 6 years, and after COVID, I came back home. And your second question is, how would I describe the journey that brought me here? I would say it's just by God's grace that I'm here today.
Thank you. The following question is, who would you say you are, not just in terms of what you do, but in who you are becoming?
Wow. Yes. Gosh, you didn't prepare me for this. Who would I say who I am, not in terms of what I do, but who I'm becoming? That's such a loaded question, because firstly, I'm a man. I identify myself as a male. You have to say that nowadays. I'm a brother. I'm a son, right? I'm a friend. And I'm a child of God. And who I'm becoming is every day. The goal is to just become better than who I was yesterday. And yes, I'd like to believe every day I'm becoming more like Christ. Some days more than on others, to be honest. But the goal is to be the best version of myself and glorify Christ.
So tell me, what does a normal day look like for you?
Normal day, I wake up at, when do I wake up? 6 a.m. So I'm speaking like this now, but before I was all over the show, right? I didn't have a routine. Crazy enough, this year's the year of like actual routine. And I wake up at 6 a.m. At 7, I'm in the gym. 8:30, I'm out the gym. I'll have breakfast. My working day starts at 9. I work from home remotely. I'll plan out my day, what's important, my to-do list. I'll have my stand-up with my team, and we'll prioritize what needs to be done. Lunch is at home, so I think the benefits of working from home is that I'm right next door to my fridge. That could also be a bad thing. And then, I'll end my day at around 6 o'clock. Yeah. After that, free time, um, I will try and just like have a social life. Connect with friends, family, read books. And obviously quiet time. That's important. I prefer having quiet time in the evenings. Yeah.
What makes you the happiest these days?
Yo, ramen noodle soup bowls. Guys, like Chinese food. I come from like a Chinese ancestral background, ethnicity. My great grandparents were Chinese immigrants, so they from China. So I have a thing for like Chinese food, but good food, not just chicken chow mein. Like like someone who can speak Mandarin, if they can cook, you're in for a treat. Look here, good food, cheat meals. The gym makes me happy, and seeing close people succeed, friends and family succeed, makes me happy. Yeah.
He's Chinese, but he doesn't come cheap.
And what keeps you grounded?
Yo, what keeps me grounded? Touching grass. So if you take off your shoes, take off your socks, just like stand barefoot in soil, that keeps me grounded. Apparently that's like a thing, eh? That's like a thing. Like we're exposed to like the whole world and like information. Apparently, like all this technology, gravity. What about gravity? Girl, should you tell them? Is this? Yeah, like we so like charged with electricity and whatever. We need to get grounded. Like when last did you play outside, bruh? Like, okay, you play rugby, but do you guys remember Skopskululi and hide and seek? Anyways, what keeps me grounded is knowing where I come from and knowing that there's still a journey ahead. Yeah, we have a long way to go.
On that word journey, what does the word journey mean to you personally, especially in your walk with God?
Yeah. I think journey, when I think of journey, I think of like transparency, I think of authenticity, and I think of grace. Because the truth is, life is not Instagram. It's not just the highlights. I've messed up. I think we've all messed up in some way. And I think the beauty of the gospel is that we are sinners and that we're saved by grace, and Christ came for sinners. And it's okay to accept that, look, I did mess up. I am a sinner, but that doesn't define my story. That doesn't define who I am. So, we're journeying through this life, and we're not alone.
Looking back, what moments or seasons do you think shaped your purpose the most? Were there times you felt unsure about the direction God was taking you?
What seasons shaped my life the most?
Your purpose the most?
My purpose. I think the first milestone was me being 12 years old and my dad passed away from cancer. That was like the first big blow. A year before that, my grandfather passed away from a kidney failure. And I lost two men that I dearly loved, right? And that led me to accepting God at a young age, accepting Jesus at a young age. I was 15. And even though I accepted him, it was lifelong knowing God, getting to know God. So I think I don't believe in living a life as a victim. A lot of things happen to us, but it's what we make of it. You know, we read, there's many stories of God turning something bad into good. I'm reminded of Romans 8:28, that all things work together for the good of those who love God and those called to his purpose. So I'm a big believer in, despite what happened, we can get up, we can move forward, we can inspire the next person. Sorry, what was your question again?
What moments or seasons do you think shaped your purpose most, and were there times you felt unsure about the direction God was taking you?
Yeah, unsure, yes. I think my most confusing times was maybe when I was like really broke, like when I had no money. Like I feel like you are most vulnerable when you're down and out. When you don't have money, or maybe you're lonely, you're not in a relationship, it's when you are tempted to look to the world where you can find whatever you need in Christ, or direction from Christ. So I battled with career choices. I battled with, big decisions. I didn't understand what it meant for God to lead me and guide me. I didn't understand that he speaks through peace. I had to go through like a lot of dark patches to get where I am. Yeah.
So you've been involved in youth ministry and all that. How did those experiences shape your sense of calling and your understanding of what it means to serve others?
Yeah, I think at a young age, I experienced God in a special way, and I've encountered God in a special way to make me know that he's real and he loves us. And I think there's a famous quote. I don't know who wrote this, but there's a saying that goes, evangelism is just one beggar telling another beggar where the bread is. So we're all beggars. We're just telling people where the bread is. And what led me to youth ministry was, what it really comes down to is just sharing what you experience in Christ, and being so excited that you want to share that with others. If you genuinely love something, you'll talk about it, whether it's your favorite food, whether it's chocolate. And I think the love of Christ leads you to share his love.
That's awesome. As someone who's single, how has that season impacted your journey of faith and personal growth? Do you see it as a preparation or a place of purpose?
Yo, we're going to single life now. Just so. I feel like this is a curveball. Single life is character development. Single life is a place of preparation. So, I think being single is also a time to be devoted unto the Lord. So, it's also like, what are you doing while you're single? Are you single just wanting to be in a relationship? Or are you using that precious time to like really, build yourself in the Lord? find out what's your purpose, what's your calling, or try out certain things, upskill, learn a musical. There's especially in youth, like life is definitely not just about looking for a relationship. It's seeking the Lord. But as Paul said, if you're burning with passion, rather get married. That's a real thing, and I do feel that we should trust God for our partners. I'm not married, but I do trust God for a wife when it's his time.
How do you balance being someone, and I quote, that can't say no, always giving, helping, and showing love while also protecting your peace and personal time with God?
Gershon, did you write these questions?
Nope.
Did you write these questions? I think when you have clarity, okay, when you know what you're called to do, no becomes easy. I was a yes person. I was a people pleaser. Even as a Christian, you would see me at every Christian event, every church, every guest speaker. I was like all over the show, Right or wrong, it's debatable. Whether you're on fire, go for it. But it comes a time and place where you mature and you realize, okay, I feel like this. I feel like God is saying this is the focus. And obedience is saying no to something, right? You can't say yes to everything. It's like really knowing what is God saying, what am I meant to be doing, and saying no to what is gonna distract you. It doesn't just have to be sin, it can be a good distraction. Someone could have invited me for a Chinese meal tonight. I could have had Chinese food, but I'm here.
Okay, thank you. On the topic of forgiveness and healing, forgiveness can be one of the hardest parts of any relationship or season.
Yeah.
Have you ever found it difficult to forgive, whether yourself or others,
Yeah.
and how did you navigate that?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Me personally, I don't know what it is, but I feel like I have good relationship with people. So forgiving people, I also I've got a lot of understanding and compassion now to realize people go through things, so I can forgive. It's been a while since I remembered, I've been hurt. The hardest part is forgiving myself.
How was your journey of healing? And when it comes to childhood experiences, whether from your own family or things you've seen when growing up.
Just repeat that again.
How was your journey of healing when it comes to your childhood experience, whether from your own family or things you've seen growing up?
Yeah, I think the journey of healing starts by admitting what happened. How was your childhood? If it was bad, it was bad. It's admitting like, this is the truth. This is what happened. This is what I was exposed to. And being aware that, okay, sometimes you don't know, because you're not living in other people's families, so you don't know what's right and wrong, right? You're living in your family until you realize, you grow in the Lord, realize, my parents, maybe they could have done this or that better, or this was a bit rough. When you become aware, then it takes a maturity to, I guess, forgive and take responsibility. So you can only blame your family and parents for so long. When you reach your 20s, you're an adult. It's like, okay, whether they were bad or not, it's between you and the Lord now.
In ministry and in life, you meet a lot of people who are still healing or broken. How do you handle being in relationships or friendships with people who haven't healed yet without losing yourself in the process?
Oh, that's a rough one, eh? Yeah, you need love and compassion and patience, but at the same time, you can't give from an empty cup. So it really, ministry starts at home. It starts with yourself. At the end of the day, we want the best for people. We can share scriptures. We can share great advice. We can counsel. But what I've learned, it's up to them to make decisions for themselves as well. They've got to want healing as much as what you want it for them. Yeah, you can't force someone to do something they don't want to do.